Mm. All right. Don, what's good? What up? What up? What up? Okay. Let me get myself situated real quick. I literally tried my hardest to come on a little earlier, but I was caught up in a bunch of stuff today, so didn't have a chance to do that. Nope, nope, nope. Oh. All right, let me get this link. Yes, sir. Got the Jimi Hendrix on today. Yeah, it's one of my favorite shirts. Love this shirt. The place I got it from, they have others also. I'm gonna try out also. They had quite a few actually. I should have grabbed some more. Yep, but I definitely had to make sure I got the Jimmy though. Pause. Pause. Let's see who's on here. Chip, what's good? Tyler, what's up? Sheena, what's up? Matthew, what up? Yeah, he definitely a hell of a guitarist. Without a doubt. That's a good question. Why do the greats die young? That's something to think about. I used to think about that all the time. I think the conclusion that I came to was that they leave early so that whatever they are leaving behind lives forever. And that's kind of what goes on. Like, Matthew said, drugs or suicide. He's like, well, that's how they die. Yeah, but it seemed like the energy is something that they have. It be so intense that whatever they're doing, like their music or whatever they're leaving behind when they gone, remains. That's how intense that energy was at the time. It's like the energy, it just stays fresh. At least that's how I interpret it. I don't know if that's the case, but that's kind of how I see it. You know, like anybody that died young, you know them. Like you know them, you know their name, and you know what they did. When people die old, it's a little different. It's different. As much as somebody might do, if they live a long life, I'm not gonna say that they're forgotten more, but they're not as in, or I should say that whatever they did doesn't seem to be as intense as somebody who died early, which is kind of ill. It's kind of crazy when you think about that. Like, can you think of somebody off the top of your head that died old? Like a musician? Like who can you think of that's old? That when they passed away, they was like 90. You see what I'm saying? Like you don't, it's not as memorable. But somebody that died when they was 25, you remember them. Don said he think that Jimi Hendrix was an inside job. Bruce Lee. Yeah. So you had to think about it for a while though. You had to think about it. But no, those are good ones. Lena Horne, definitely. I didn't know Lou Rawls died. I thought Lou Rawls was still alive. Lou Rawls died? I didn't know that. Sheena said James Brown. Yeah, he wasn't 90. He was like, how old was James Brown when he died? He had to be 70, maybe 70. I know that they didn't bury him for like 3 months. Yeah, they was flying him all over the country. 70 something, okay. Don said the ones that die young are typically rebels and they had great era influence. I agree. Benito, what up? Yep, I definitely agree with that one. Holly said, or plane crashes. Who died in a plane crash? Buddy Holly died in a plane crash, right? Aaliyah died in a plane crash. Yeah, Count Basie was pretty old when he passed away too. I think Ricky Valens also died in a plane crash. Was that his name? The dude from La Bamba. What was his name? I think he died in a plane crash too. That was my movie too. La Bamba. That was my joint. La Bamba. Ricky Valens. Okay. That's what I said, right? Did I say that? I thought I said that. Yeah, he was mad young. Yep, he damn sure was. I think Bruce Lee was ill because he died and his son died kind of eerie because he was like having dreams. Like his son was having dreams about how he would die. Like that somebody was chasing him or something crazy. It was like some demon or something chasing him. That shit was crazy. They talked about it in that movie. Jimmy Dorsey. Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought I had all this done already. I didn't even do that yet. I found out something very disturbing today. Disturbing, but at the same time, I don't even care. But it's kind of crazy because I don't even know how it happened, but something crazy happened. I'm gonna tell y'all about it in a minute. um, take a look at this first 355 binary. Just the first one I'm looking at, so I'm gonna get an idea of what this market is looking like. Get an idea. This is interesting. It's not quite there yet, though. Not quite there yet. All right, but that's good to know. Let me see how this finishes. Not quite there yet. Okay. Well, that's good to know. All right, so excuse me. Yeah, that's what I heard, Don. That's kind of what they were alluding to. All the men in his family. Yep. Jerome, what's good, man? Stacy said the leads were killed. Chris, what up, man? I know one thing. Bruce Lee was ill. This dude, I don't know if you ever saw the footage of when he had he was doing the nunchucks, and what he did was he took the edge of the nunchuck and put a piece of metal, and the metal was like, it had, I guess, flintstone on it, on the end of it, so that he could light, whatever lights a match. He had that on the edge of the nunchucks. This dude is doing the nunchucks, throwing matches at him, and he's hitting the matches. And when he hits the matches with the nunchuck, it lights the match in midair. He's doing this. They recorded it. It wasn't no tricks or nothing. That was him really doing that. He's showing the precision of how he, was using a nunchuck. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I gotta find whatever that footage is. I don't even know what that's to. It was like kind of like a documentary or something on him. I was like, who would fight him? I ain't fighting him. And he was mad little, mad skinny. Then he was doing, you know what else he was doing in the same video? he was doing the I forgot what kind of punch is called, but he does this. He takes his hand like this, like say you standing here at your chest. He does like this, and he punches you without punching you. The dude is doing this, like, and really like tearing your chest up, not moving or nothing. And he's just catching dude, just bow, bow. I'm like, yo, whatever energy he's channeling is the dominant energy. Never in my life fight him. Yeah, he was ill. Don said he was 5 foot, 135 pounds. 5'9", 135 pounds. Yeah, the 1-inch punch. Yes. Yes, exactly. Oh, that's what he said? Be water, my friend? That's crazy. I agree. Jerome said that's what you need to be with the market. Exactly. Rich, what up, man? Yes, sir. Keep an eye on this. Nope, it ain't there yet. Next. I'm just next and shit. I don't even care. Jerome said, tough day to day, all good in the end. It will go up because most people think it will go down, but it has already gone down a lot. Jerome, what you trading? What do you trade? Do you trade Forex? There we go. Rich said the art of fighting is to fight without fighting. That's definitely a state of mind, because you can use like one of the things that you can do is you learn how to transfer energy. Like in different types of martial arts, you're trained to be still until your enemy moves. So when they come at you, when they attack and they charge, you remain still until the energy comes to you. Then you take their own energy and use it against them. Like, and that's how they be doing all types of moves. And the moves be so fast. It's like, yeah, what happened? Like somebody coming at them swinging, and their ability to be precise with the movement, because they're so still, they're in tune with what the enemy's doing. So when you coming at them and swinging, it don't matter how you trying to punch at them, you're not gonna hit them. You're not gonna hit them. They will either use a defense move, they'll deflect, or they can take your energy and flip your ass around. They be doing all type of stuff. And it just makes me think like, damn, that's kind of similar to the mindset that you need with anything. If you have that mindset with whatever you're doing, you're redirecting energy that's there already, instead of trying to fight against the energy that's coming at you. That's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And it's weird, but when you actually think about it, that's what we do when it comes to the market too. The more you try to fight the market, the more you lose. It's the same shit. And that's why that's bugged out to me, because that definitely is a state of mind. Like, that's in your mind, your ability to do that. So whether you're doing it physically or whether you're doing it mentally, it's the same energy that you're applying regardless. And it really has to be mental before it becomes physical anyway. So that's why when people study martial arts, they do the mindset training. You know what I'm saying? They meditate. and shit like that, because they have to get their mind in tune so that they know what to do with energy when it comes to them, instead of them trying to push energy out. They're not taught to do that. They're taught to be still, and they be still, and you come at them the wrong way and they on point, and whatever you trying to do just don't work. Flip your ass around somewhere. I see the time and time again. Yep. Yeah. Exactly. He was in intensive pain from the punch. Yes. Ace said, you must be shapeless, formless like water. When you pour water in a cup, it becomes the cup. Water can drip and it can crash. Become like water, my friend. Ah, so that was the whole quote, huh? Nice. Nice. Ed, what's good? Okay, so Jerome, you trading on NADEX. You trading the euro dollar on, you trading 5-minute binaries, or you trading another time frame? It's cold in here, yo. Next. Matter of fact, no, I watched this one. I watched and see how this one finishes. But I can already see it got too much in it. Too much umph in it. Let's see how the timing is. Okay. Welp. Instability, but the timing is not off from what I'm seeing. So that's good to know. The timing is not off. But the market is not, it does not have stability as of yet. Don said, Bruce Lee said, if you ask me I'm good and I say yes, you know I'm boasting. But if you tell me I'm no good, you know I'm lying. Let me read that again. If you ask me if I'm good and I say yes, you know I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying. I like that. I like that. Walker, random 9:45 p.m. on 434 is a great example of why waiting to see MRMH is so important. Look nearly perfect and jerk back down the last few seconds. I just was talking about the timing of behavior just now. Rich, I did Taekwondo for several years. Do believe that mindset has helped me here, as patience is a must to learn the arts. Exactly. Now that makes more sense to me, Rich. What goes on with you? Like like how fast you've adapted. It makes way more sense now, because if you've had any type of martial arts training, then yeah, hell yeah, that's a part of it. The mindset, man, definitely a part of it. I hate when the cops park near me. Even though they ain't thinking about me, but still. They coming to get their coffee. Oh, I know her. She's a cop now? It bugs me out when I see young cops. Like, I don't know why it bugs me out, but like, I don't know. Cause I'm trying to think back. I'm like, when I was younger, did I see cops that was my age when I was young? But I didn't really, maybe that's what it was. I didn't see a lot of my peers as like officers when I was younger. So now when I see young officers, I be bugging out. I'm like, you like 20. But I guess some of them start off early. Yes, indeed. All right, so he said now they get lattes instead of donuts. That's funny. I used to always wonder about that too. I used to be like, I wonder if cops really be going to get donuts, and they do. And you know, it's not that it's a cop thing. It's just that I think that when you work long hours like that, because I see that also like with nurses and well, it depends on the nurse. Some nurses, they would rather eat healthier, like they'll juice and they eat a lot of salad. It's like it's one extreme to the next with nurses. Nurses is either eat mad healthy or they eat mad garbage. Like there's no in between really. Jerome said cops always at McDonald's. You ain't lying about that one. You are not lying. Yeah. There's a lot of overweight officers. You're right about that too. Yep. But I think it's all mental anyway, man. Like you just gotta decide to do what you're gonna do, and then that's gonna be what you do. So if you don't make a mental effort not to do certain things, you're gonna do it. Like can you imagine like you got a partner and your partner always go to McDonald's every day? Like, you know, somebody gonna win. If you want to eat healthy, then you got to go with them to McDonald's, and then you got to force them to take you to the healthier, place to eat. But one of y'all gonna win, because he ain't gonna be doing all that for too long. Somebody gonna win. If I had to guess, I would say it's the McDonald's one. Oh snap! All right, come on, internet. You was doing so fine. Don't start acting up, man. Damn. Jerome, 5-minute binary was 8-0 last week. Last night took trade was 9-0. But my first trade today, I was not fully awake and got hit and lost all. Really was pissed at myself, but shook myself up and got back, and now 11-0. What? 11-0 today. So you was 8-0 last week. Last night took one, so you made you 9-0. And then you got hit today. And then you went back in and went 11-0. Interesting. Jeez. That's a lot, Javon. That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So, what's your plan? What type of plan have you laid out? as far as the way that you trade, because that's a lot of activity. And like I'm just curious. I'm just curious the way that you actually have your like your day-to-day plan laid out. What does a typical day look like for you? And this is very interesting to me because like I have other questions. I want to know kind of like how long have you been on NADEX for? How long have you been trading the 5-minute binaries for? Um, you're trading on your own, right? I would assume, or are you using some type of? Did you buy like a strategy, or are you using signals? What are you using to trade with? I'm just curious because this is a lot of context for me. He said no strategy, LOL. Well, that's a good start. So a typical day for you, what is your plan? What are you trying to accomplish in a day? You're trying, like, you have a trade goal, like I want to take X amount of trades, or do you trade based on what you feel the market is providing you with? What's your how do you manage your money? How do you manage the contract sizes for your trades? How do you do all of that? I know these are a lot of questions, but we ain't going nowhere, so I'll wait. He like, give me a second. I gotta type all this out. Man. Oh, what was I about to do? I meant to do something just now. I hate when I do that. All right, let me do that. Let me do this. Okay. Let me come over here. Let me see if Jerome responded. He said, I've been trading Forex for 4 years, NADEX for 6 months, but I was trying to figure out methodology. Became across your videos and liked your $100 method in increasing contracts. Okay. Chip said, no one mute here. Right, no one mute. So when you say that you like the $100 method and in increasing the contract, so is that what you do? You scale up? Is that what you're doing? And if you do that, are you scaling up? Okay, so are you scaling up after every trade? I thought that, man. I was gonna say that, but before I said that, I want to listen first because Okay. So if you, all right. So for example, when you started back over today, and then you went on your 11-0. So your 11-0 took your 100 from 100 to, I don't know, maybe 6 or 700. Is that how you're scaling up, or do you have another way of doing it? And this is good. This is good. Like, cause I'm actually trying to get somewhere. I don't know where yet, but I'm going somewhere with the line of questioning. She said delete the emails. 439. Okay. Aiming for 15. Okay, so aiming for 15 today, you mean? So you want to go 15-0 today? Is that what you're telling me? And Matthew's like, damn. It's very interesting. Muy interesante. They got their coffee, now they chilling. Even the cops like to park next to me. What the hell is that? Now mind you, and I kid you not, it's like 3 spaces over there and 2 here and then 2 more over there. Why they park right here? Why? Why you got park right here, man? Why? Even the damn cops. Maybe it's just me. You think it's me? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm bugging out. Retard Monday driving, New York City. Oh, got you. Okay. So you doing one contract. You sticking to one contract for the amount of trades that you're taking. Is that right? So in other words, the 11 trades that you took, you did with one contract? Am I getting that right? He said, not revenge. You can't win in revenge mode for that many trades in a row. I was mad, focused, and confident. Just got hit on stupid trade I took on the loss. Very well said. Very well said. That's hard to say that. Because he is actually saying that he know what he doing. So you increase as the money increases. Okay. All right, I got you. So like after right around every 6 trades or so, you can go to the next contract. Or I should say you can double the contract size. Because when you start with one, when you get about 6 trades in, you can get to 2 contracts. Tom said that ain't juice, man. That's a monster. Don said you the money man. They gotta protect the bag. Matthew, with that balance, he should be around 5 contracts. Very good. Look, Matthew on point. He's like, I know what you're doing. He's like, I know what you're up to. Oh man. But this is interesting. I'm always curious to hear from when somebody is in in their zone, because see, everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do what he's doing. I'm familiar with it because I've done it many times, but it's not something that I want to do like over the long, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that long term. I want to do that once. And then when I do that, I elevate to a place I want to be within my contract size, and then just I'm good from that point going forward. You understand? That's kind of that's the be all end all of doing anything like that. Because let's just take Project 21 as an example. It's like, could you do Project 21 in a day, in 2 days? And the answer is yeah, of course you could. But you would have to be in a zone to be able to accomplish that. And once you do it, it's like it has to me, it would make sense to have it mean something. It's like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and then when I get there, now I'm gonna chill. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't just keep doing that, because you can't keep doing that with the same energy and just remaining in that zone. To be in that zone is like being in a box. It's like being in a cell, because you can't listen to nothing. You can't have anything outside influencing your focus at all. You got to just focus on what you're doing and execute. Also, when you're in that zone, you got to also respect the market, because if the market doesn't have you in that position where your confidence is there based on what the market is doing, then you have confidence, but it could be false confidence that you have. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you just might be gassing yourself up, and then you get smacked because the market is like, nah, I'm not with you. I'm over here doing this, and you thought I was doing that, and pow, I'm gonna smack you. You know what I'm saying? So you still got to deal with that. And it just takes you time to be able to manage all of that. That shit is a lot. That's why I don't ever encourage anybody to do that. But some people are cut from the cloth where they have the tolerance to do that in the beginning. But I know that you're not going to be able to sustain that, because it takes too much out of you to be able to do that over a long period of time. You ain't going to be able to do that shit. You just not. You know, I got tired of it and didn't get hit. I didn't lose and got tired of it. So I just was like, yo, it's time to like switch it up and redirect everything and really put more value on my time. And that's where everything kind of switched for me, and it changed. Not to say that everybody wants to do that, but I think that the majority of people would rather do it the way that I do it versus being in that zone, because it's so much pressure and stress being in that zone. And unless you got a plan to be in the zone and go somewhere, and then once you get somewhere, then you kind of shift out of the zone, because you can't stay in that zone forever. You just can't do it. The market does too much shit. The market be doing all type of shit. So that means you got to really be on top of the market moment, every minute, every second, on top of it, knowing how it's shifting, knowing how it's changing. You know what I'm saying? And then being able to execute within the changes. That shit is too much, man. It's just too much for me. So Don said, I've taken 30 trades in a day, sickening experiments. I told y'all about the and I did it multiple times. There were times where I traded hundreds of times in a day. And you know, that was early in the game for me on NADEX. I'll never do that shit again. There was one day where I didn't even sleep. I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning, and I traded until the next day at night. Like the sun came up and went down, and I still was trading. It just was too much. It was too much, man. Yeah, that's about right, Don. 125K in a couple of days. That's about right. But you know, it's like, all right, what's the be all end all though? So if you're doing that and you striving to get somewhere, that's different because now you're not emotionally attached, hopefully, to the things that you're doing to get there. So just like Jerome, how you said that you were pissed off, that's a natural reaction to be pissed off. What's interesting that I noticed that Jerome said, he said that I was pissed off, but I shook it off and got back in the zone. See, now that right there is realistic because if you do that, that's how you are going to be capable of following up and then getting right back into the zone and then being consistent and doing what he actually did do. So that's the only way that you can do that. You got to shake off that emotional shit because you can't be emotional when you're trading, period. Cannot do it. But this is interesting stuff. This is good stuff, man. This is good stuff because it helps people to see Fitz, what's happening? Said this is my first YouTube live. Very good, man. Very good. Hope you get some value from this live stream. Yeah, this helps people to see what actually goes on with different I don't even know what to call them. Maybe I can call them vibes. It's like it's not even vibes. It's like frequencies of vibrations. When you tap into certain frequencies, you do certain things. You don't realize that you're doing it though, because the frequency got like you're on it. You're on that frequency, and if you stay on the frequency, you'll stay there for the duration until you get tired of being on that, and then you'll get off. So I think that that's probably the best way that I can describe even wanting to do that, because it's not something that everybody can or should do, period. But let me read. Let me get some more. I want to read some more. Jerome said, my target is to get to 83 contracts. I agree. I'm looking to get to my goal and then slow down. Very good. Very good. Very good, Jerome. And what is interesting, and this is what I appreciate the most about our group, is because like this is an interesting statement. Speeding up to your goal is slowing you down. Now, the funny thing about it is that when you in the zone, you don't listen to that. You're not hearing that shit. You in the zone, it's like, all right, I'm here and I'm going. Like, that's it. I'm here and I'm going. And you just go. But the only thing about when you're on that frequency in that zone is that you got to do all type of shit to stay on it, because as soon as you kind of like get a little comfortable, that's when you fall off the frequency. It's like you can't get comfortable. You can't get emotional. You got to remain confident. You have to remain like focused. You got to remain in tune with the market. It's like you got to do all of this shit and you doing it within a very small amount of time. Cause now we talking about days. Like, listen to what he just said. In the last 2 days, what was the first thing he did? How many trades he had took the first day? He said he was 8-0, right? Then he said he took another one. It was 9-0. Then he took the L, and then he went 11-0 today. Now this is in 2 days, so that's 11 plus 9, and the loss. So is that 21 trades? 11 plus 9, that's 20, and then the one L, is that not 21? Yeah, that's crazy. They go 21 again. So he literally took 21 trades in the last 2 days. Very interesting. And you see, I ain't do nothing. I didn't say that 21 came up again. That's crazy. That is crazy. Tyler said, Jerome, how much time have you spent on the charts? Also, do you watch multiple markets or zone in on one? He said I was on the charts for 5 hours approximately. Yeah, he just zoning in. Matthew said the feeling of taking a loss wasn't the killer. Recovering what was lost is. Walking through the snow trying to take the same steps. That's hard. Damn. That's hard. There go the first damn mic drop right there. All right. Tyler said, got to work out the sickness out of you. Mm-hmm. Adele, what's up? She said the party don't start till I walk in. J. Carl, they going to break just for this part. Uh-huh. Oh, look, let me see this 2435 real quick. Hold up. 2435. $24.35. Mm-hmm. Okay, market got some stability. Good to note. Noted. Party drinks on Yoda, huh? Jerome said, I have no intention to trade like this, but at least I know I can get back. No emotions, focus totally. That's an interesting train of thought, Jerome, because when you say I can get back, how do you define that? When you say that, like you said, at least I know I can get back. What do you mean by that? Don said the thing is when you're in the zone, nothing seems like a threat to you. Ooh, that's mic drop number 2. This is wisdom right here, baby. Damn. Yo, that is the truth. Yes, the truth with an F. The truth. J. Carl, it's so exciting when you're in it, you don't even think that you're losing. Adele, I was confident enough to know that the market was not giving it up last night, so I proceeded to see my eyelids. Oh, no. Oh, snap. You literally just think you're trading. Very true. Sheena said, trade smarter, not harder. I'm of that thinking. Yes. Although see, the thing about it is that I understand being on that frequency also, because I did that initially, but it was kind of like I did that, and through me doing that, I was able to pave the way for myself and for others after, to let you know that you don't have to go that route. See, most people won't even attempt to go that route. That's why when someone tells me that they're doing that, I have a level of respect for them. Like I have a level of respect for Jerome, just the fact that he is doing that, is attempting to do it. Because worst case scenario, you're actually building up your resistance and your resilience to your emotions by doing it. It don't seem like that now. That comes later. The fruit of that comes at a later time. You don't even get that now, because now you emotional when something happens. Something got to happen first, and then you become emotional. So the something that happens is a loss. When you lose, that emotion comes. And that's why, remember when I talk about what I did, I'm like, I got tired of losing. Remember, I always talk about that. I'm like, one day I just was like, I'm not losing no more. Like I made up my mind. I was like, I'm not losing anymore, period. Because I hate it. So I flipped that emotion around and I turned it into focus. And by doing that, that's what allowed me to realize that, oh, well, if you don't want to lose no more, you got to stop trading the way that you were trading. You can't do that. You're doing too much. And then that was it. Once I realized that I was doing too much, I saw the light. And that's how it switched around for me. Then I started to do less because I realized that less is more. I'm like, all right, so I actually can do less and actually make more. I'm going to do less, make more, put myself in position and just stop losing altogether. Because I don't even understand the purpose of taking a loss. Why take a loss when you can just wait for the market to give you the money? I would rather the market just give it up. And then that's when my thinking started to switch up. Why are you so close to me, lady? Why would you come this close? With a van, yo. People's retarded, man. She saw my reaction. She backed out and then now she redoing her entry back into the space. First of all, why you over here? Why you ain't over there? It's like 4 other spaces over there. People just be retarded, man. But anyway. J. Carter said, of course you can get it back, but compare your deposits to withdrawals. Trust me, it's not what you think. When you find out when Yoda's throwing his party, let me know. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. He said I needed to. Holly, what's your opportunity cost from those losses? That's time gone that you could have been trading profitably. Definitely. I'm gonna have a long rest of my day just for you, Jerome. Tyler, this is Solid Live today. Thanks for coming on, Jerome. It's been a great conversation. I agree. Ooh, Jay Carly, if you were totally focused, you would never lose. Wow. Jerome, well, I'm human, and like today, I took a stupid trade and confident that if I focus, I can recover. So what's interesting about that statement is listen to what he says right after the first part. He says, I took a stupid trade. Every time that We do that. We take a stupid trade. Why do we do that? Why do we take stupid trades? This is going to help you to overcome the thing that even puts you in the mind space to want to take a stupid trade, because you said a stupid trade. So if you're saying, and why are you parking so close to me? You got two other spaces over there and you over here. Yeah, I'm about to park in between on the line in two spaces so that nobody parks near me. Like, I don't understand. And then looking at me like, what happened? What you mean what happened? Why are you over here? That's what happened. Retarded. Woosa. Anyway. But yeah, so for when we say it's a stupid trade, that means we know that it was stupid, but we did it anyway, right? So this is always how I deal with myself. I've always done this. Every time that I go through that process, I have to analyze me now, because I'm like, well, if I knew that was stupid, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why would I take that trade knowing that it was a stupid trade? Like, whatever that is, that's what I have to deal with before I do anything. Because until I deal with that, I'm going to repeat this again. Until I deal with that, I'll do that again. And that's when I realized that you always dealing with yourself. I'm like, no matter what, you know how don't you realize that all the time you dealing with you. That's why you can't ever get away. Like you can't run from yourself. So even if you feel like, oh, well, nah, that was a stupid trade, that's why I lost. You didn't lose because it was a stupid trade. You lost because you took a stupid trade. So the question is not why was the trade a stupid trade? The question is, why did you take it? Right? See, so now you can actually make progress because you have a foundation to build from. And you have to deal with that part first. So it don't even have nothing to do with what you do after, because you focusing in again and going straight back in. Now that's definitely mental toughness and that's confidence. Absolutely. Absolutely. But you still didn't get to the bottom of why you took the stupid trade in the first place. And until you deal with that, it's going to happen again. It is going to happen again. You haven't worked that out yet. You ain't work it out yet. And see and that's another reason why we train the way that we do, because you got to train yourself and condition yourself not to do that. All day, every day. Listen to how you said that you took them trades today. You said you took 11 trades just today. You won them, and that's awesome. But the same way that you won those trades, you still have to deal with the reason why you took the one trade that did lose. The one trade that you knew was a stupid trade, and you did it anyway. Right? So it now helps to shift and redirect the focus and the attention. It really ain't about nothing other than that. Because now once you begin to deal with yourself, you're setting yourself up for the future of your career in trading. You're not just dealing with right now. You ain't dealing with the $100 right now and what you're doing right now with the 100. You dealing with the actual skill itself that you want to play out over the long term. You want your skill to be solid and in place over the duration of your trading career. You don't want to try to prove something to yourself that you can do something today, right? Because even if you do that, let's say that you accomplish what you're trying to do. Let's say that you want to take 30 trades or however X amount of trades. I think Jerome said he want to get to 83 contracts. Cool. You trade your way to 83 contracts. And then when you get there, now your whole plan needs to shift and to redirect. You understand what I'm saying? And if you set that in motion beforehand, but you put yourself in a position to always remain focused and to not be thirsty to get to that 83 contracts, the 83 contracts is going to happen because you're redirecting your focus. And when your focus is redirected, you don't lose focus because it's focused on what it needs to be focused on all the time. You don't fall off. You're not going to put yourself in position to take that stupid trade. You see what I'm saying? But you got to work on that first. You have to work on yourself first. Because if you don't do it, you're going to do it again. That's just what it is. That's the part right there that people have the most difficulty with, is understanding why they do it again. It's like, damn, I don't know why I would do that. Why would I do that? I just did that. Why did I do that again? That was so stupid. Now you're going through all of the emotional shit. Mind you, this is something that you knew and you still did it. It takes time to go through it. It takes time to deal with that and to work that out. It really does. It takes a lot of time. And it takes the right, the right focus. Like, you got to focus on overcoming that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's less focus on the market and it's more focus on you. Yeah, this is a good live because we talking about some very, very important stuff. Like, for real. This is important shit. Don said, to be great, you almost have to tear yourself down to build yourself up. Yeah, you're searching for the mic drop. Adele said, we ain't gonna be on here long. Oh man. Tyler, that is hilarious. Tyler getting yelled at. He said, eat my breakfast, absorbing this content. Girlfriend was trying to talk to me and I had no idea. Is any of this getting through to you? Oh, you talking to me? Tyler gonna mess around me in the doghouse because of trading. Get hashtag get in the doghouse for trading. Yo, that's funny. That is hilarious. Right? Stacy said, wait, Rich said trading the zone is exhilarating, just like sitting in the center of a tornado. Just ain't never gonna end well. Definitely. If you're not built for it, you won't even get like nowhere in it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the moral of the story, really. If you built tough, you'll be able to withstand it for a minute. But you're not gonna be able to withstand yourself. You're not gonna be able to withstand your own shit. That's what's crazy. It ain't even the market that's gonna punish you. It's you. It's you who's gonna punish you. Stacey said, thanks for that. I'm not losing no more, period. Yep. That's it. It's a decision. Matthew says she's trying to catch the vibes. Rich says she's trying to hit them nuggets. Adele, you out here absorbing this knowledge. I pissed a co-worker off one time because she asked a question and I gave her the bitchy resting face. I was listening to my trainings. Well, you need a big ass do not disturb sign. Put that up. Like, listen, don't talk to me. Yep, A says she trying to get some TA training. Ed feeling me on the vehicle situations. Yeah, these people are stupid. And now he in there eating his McChicken looking stupid in the car. Not even, no. He got a triple. Damn, how much meat is on that? Yo, I can't eat one patty of McDonald meat. He got 3 patties on there. 3 McDonald meat patties? No, man. That shit is making me nauseous just thinking about it. Tyler, if your growth phase looks different than your income phase, are you doing it right? Ooh. That's mic drop. H, when are we throwing a TA reunion in New York? Good question. Good question. I'm trying to get something going. I probably try to do something like what are we in September? Maybe by December. Try to put something together for whoever's in the New York area, the metropolitan area. I tried it last year, but everybody was busy. But I'm gonna try it again. Try to set something up. I like bowling, so that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do some bowling or some shit like that, so I can beat everybody up. Tyler, you're building up with a separate mindset. That's what you will want to float with. Different process, different mindset. Are you able to flip back and forth and stay consistent? Ooh, shit, Tyler, that's 2. My goodness. Jay Carly said you should not have to recover. All right, I'm about to keep it up. You got one more chance. You got one more time. Jerome said, in my case, I wasn't fully awake. He said the Lord woke me up. Damn, man. Damn. You wasn't fully awake. That means that's how long you was trading. You just living on the chart, man. Damn. Rich said we all need a good slap to wake us up, and then we up. True. I won't jump in when not fully awake, says Jerome. Jelani's not a YouTube live if people are not parking too close to Mark. I agree. It's not authentic. That's how you know it ain't really me. If nobody parks near me, it's an imposter. Howdy said recovery time equals lost profits. A said I did a wake up and then trade last week and got body slammed. Adele, cars parking next to Mark equals squirrel brain. She said, how'd that body slam feel? That's terrible. Holly, what if there was never a need to recover? TA is the way. Bang. Sheena, 11 individual trades, 1 contract per trade, or 1 trade with 11 contracts. 1 trade with 11 contracts is way easier. I want that skill set plus more. Boom. Boom shakalaka right there. Exactly. And let me actually build on that a little bit, because now if you look at it through that lens, then you realize that what it takes to get you to the higher contract level is the same thing that you're going to be doing once you get there. Think about it. That's why Tyler is ill for saying what he said a minute ago about flipping back and forth with your mindset, because that's what you would have to be doing let's say that you did accomplish it. You worked your way up to X amount of contracts. Then when you get there, all of a sudden you're going to stop doing what you did to get there. How do you do that? Are you going to just cold turkey stop doing what you did to get there? Now that you're there, are you going to stop doing that? That's one way to look at it and think about it. It will help to reframe your way of thinking altogether, your train of thought. Rich says, it's about seeking out and knowing the why. Yeah, you're itching for the mic drop. So we're trading. Jerome, I agree with everything you say, Mark. And it's like I'm really just regurgitating stuff I've already said. And then when you hear other people say the same things, it lets you know that when you actually do it and you make the shift, it does work. It really does work. And it's so valuable, it don't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to actually get it. It's going to take you however long it takes you, period, because you're you. So you got to go through all the, your shit that you go through, time and, like I just give you an example of what a person will do when they run into TeamAlliance. They'll come in, they'll train for a minute. They'll get excited in the beginning because they realize what it is. Like, damn, yeah, this is it. But now the work comes. The work you got to work now. So now you've been introduced to it, but now you got to actually put in the work to elevate. And that's the part right there that is tricky for everybody. Not everybody, but the majority of people. Most people don't want to deal with that part because that means now I got to deal with myself. Oh, shit. I don't really feel like doing that right now. And this is what they're telling themselves. Like, what they're saying through their behavior and through even them saying it to themselves is like, I don't really feel like doing that right now. I know I don't really, have the patience. I don't have the time to train like I should. All of the excuses now start coming up as to why they can't do it. Well, I don't have the time right now. I'm over here doing this and I don't really have the time. Or, well, I've been training for 3-4 months and it doesn't seem like I'm getting it. Well, how many times have you listened to 301? Maybe about 5 times. 5 times in 4 months. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, these are conversations that I actually have with people because I want to get feedback as to why you're saying that you can't do it. I want to know why you're saying you can't do it. And I'm like, whatever it is that is the reason why you can't do it is the reason you're giving yourself as to why you can't do it. It's not really what it is, though. What you're doing is you giving yourself a way out of the work. You got to put the value of the work before the results. That value has to be higher than the results. But most people are going to chase the results first. They want the results, but they don't want the work to get to the results. And for us, what's the result? The result is being in position with a skill that allows you to start from nothing and take it wherever you want to go. And then you just stay there. And now you're there permanently. That's what we do. That's what this skill allows us to do. So it's solid, man. It really is solid, but it does require that the individual really commits to working on themselves. Like, that's why I wanted to go into this with Jerome specifically, because everything that Jerome is saying is real shit that somebody would go through who is going on that path, operating on that frequency. It's like, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Like, damn, that's a lot of trades. And it's not even that it's a lot of trades. Anybody can do that. But for you to be able to focus to the point where you're winning trades and you know why you're winning, you understand what the market is doing at the time, and you're willing to commit every time based on what your understanding of what the market is doing at the time. Full confidence, pedal to the metal, full speed ahead. That's a lot. And in the process of that, you still got to control your emotions too. Shit. That's why I always talk about how nobody's doing that. Nobody gonna do that. So Jerome is the exception. That's not the norm. Just the fact that he's even attempting to do it is the exception. That's why everybody in here is looking at him like, yo, you crazy. Like, I ain't doing that shit. You're bugging. Because like you don't want to do that. You see what I'm saying? But I wanted to hear the insight that came from him specifically, because that's something that he's actually doing. He's tapped into that frequency. Not to say that it's good or bad, but let's just hear what actually happens when you do that. That's what I wanted to hear. And we got a chance to hear it. You see what it is. That shit is ill. That shit is ill. Matthew said, you don't slam on the brakes at the stop sign. You gradually slow down as you get closer. That's how I approach my trade goals. Damn. Rich said, thanks for your honesty and sharing, Jerome. Holly, you were awesome, Jerome. Jerome says, Matthew, I normally slow when going for gold, but when lost, I speed up. That's the way I work. That's ill. That is interesting. That is interesting. Very interesting. I'm curious to hear what's going to happen with you tomorrow, Jerome. I'm very curious. I definitely want to hear your update. Rich said mindset and rock solid skill. That's it. Jelani, I thought that your break was over. Jelani's crazy. he getting that Jay Carly. Don Tyler, if you're in the doghouse, you're doing something right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ace says, I said a prayer, asked for patience, discipline, and to remember my training, and made my money back on my next trade. A wing in the prayer, huh? Matthew, Jerome, sounds like all you need to do is to duplicate the focus you had on your win streak. That's hard. That's hard. Damn. That's some wisdom right there. July said that burger's 3,000 calories. Walker, McDonald patty aftertaste tastes like regret. Man, I can't do it. I'm just thinking about the last time, and this was years ago. And then on top of that, it was like the meat wasn't cooked through or something. It just was nasty. I took one bite, spit it out, threw the whole thing out. I was like, never again. Never again. Rich Tyler going for the hat trick. You can't take 11 contracts when your account is starting at 100. No, but you can take 100 up to 11 contracts. I think that's what the what we was talking about at that time. I can stop. I only do this if I lose. If you don't put in the work, then you get the results you are currently on. Tyler said, I'm saving quotes to use when we're not so close to the edge of a mic drop. Hey, Jay said, resist temptation. Sheena, my grandma always used to say, don't put the cart before the horse. Very true. Very true. Ace, everybody, please hold your mics. Tyler, he going back in the quotes already said. Did anybody say something? Tyler, don't save them. I can't steal them for the purpose. If we don't know why we are winning, then we can't focus on the thing we did to win. All right. So I got through the comments. Jeez. Seems like that took forever. But Jerome, man, definitely appreciate you for coming on, because that was some very good insight to be able to offer. You know, that's one of the things that I always appreciate is practitionership. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing when somebody talks about something that you could do. You know how people do that. Yo, you could do this and blah, blah, blah. And you could. But they telling you about some shit that they ain't do. Like, why are you telling me about this if you didn't do it yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's different if I do it. If I do it, I don't even got to tell you nothing. I could just show you, and then you can see what it is for yourself. And then you can use that information however you want to. You know what I mean? So, Jerome said, my pleasure, Mark. You give so much. It's all good. I appreciate it, man. Definitely. Always for building, you know. So that's what we always going to do anyway. We're going to just build and just become better at all times. Adele said, woohoo. Why you say woohoo? Because no mic drop yet? Somebody about to do it. Watch. Who want the mic drop? Who wants the mic drop? But yeah, Jerome, make sure that you come back on. If you're around tomorrow, pop on and just check in, because I definitely want to hear your update. You know, see what's going on with you. For sure. Uh-oh. MRMH never loses, huh? All right, mic drop. Let's go.